Hi everyone, I'm Guy. I became a dad just over 2 months ago, and like many dads, I was obsessive about researching all the expensive baby products that we were going to get. And one of them was car seats, and we ended up going with the Nuna Arra. It was very new at the time, and there were no reviews anywhere on any website and on YouTube anywhere. So that's the reason we're making this video, because I think you guys deserve to see a realistic review after 2 months of use on this product, which we think is probably one of the best car seats available. When we were looking for car seats, we were very clear about what we wanted. We wanted a car seat that was the latest in terms of regulations, and this is completely in line with the European eye-size regulations. So it's got a base that has all the green and red dots that tells you when it's installed properly, and it's got these side wings that come out, right? So that protect from side impacts. So yeah, it met those criteria. Also, it seems nice and padded. We wanted one that was quite good looking, and that's obviously a subjective thing, but my wife likes grey, and this comes in grey, so that's all that matters. And the most important thing is we wanted it to be lightweight. Now this one only weighs 3.9 kilograms without a baby in it, obviously, which when we compared it to the other product that we were looking at, which was the Cybex Cloud-Z, or Cloud-Z in America, that one weighs 4.8 kilograms without a baby in it, so that's almost a kilogram lighter, and it's really noticeable when you feel it that it actually feels quite light. We wanted it to be easy to attach to the base. That was also a really important feature, and so this one, when you attach it, it's very easy to locate on the car base. It just goes straight in. It gives you a nice big click, and taking it out is also quite easy as well. And that was an important feature. Another thing, that was another reason why we didn't like the Cloud-Z. That felt very fiddly to get onto the base and to remove it. We wanted it to be compatible with the maxi-cosi system for the travel system that you can attach it to strollers. And this one is compatible with that system. One of the downsides of it though is that on most strollers the attachments for the car seat come at an angle, because on most car seats where they attach, it attaches here. Most car seats is designed to compensate for that, and it's at an angle on the car seat, whereas this one is completely parallel. So when this is on the car seat, it's at a slight angle. Now we were worried about that before we had our son, but in hindsight, it's not such a big deal. He's quite happy being at an angle. I don't think it makes much of a difference. Now the killer feature of this is that it lies flat. So this is in its upright position now, and it's very easy to switch to a down position. There's a handle on the back, pull it up, and then there you go. And so now it's at about 160 degrees, 157 degrees or something like that, which allows him to lie flat. It's much safer. He's less likely to have any breathing issues, and it means that he can stay in it for longer, much more safely. The Cybex also did that, but this one you can lie flat while it's in the car, and the Cybex you can only lie flat outside of the car. The thing that this doesn't have that the Cybex did have was the swivel function, so you can get the baby to face you while taking them out of the car. We thought that was cool, but it wasn't a killer feature that we really needed, and the lightweight, the easy to attach to the base made this better than the Cybex, in our opinion. In terms of price, this is cheaper than the Cybex because it comes with the base, and it's brand new from most shops. It's £350. The Cybex costs £240 for the product, and the base is an extra £200, so it ends up £440. This is £350, so this is about £90 cheaper. We paid $250 second hand, so Nuna doesn't know we've made this video. We didn't get this for free or anything. This is completely, we bought this ourselves. So overall, what are the things that we really like about this? We like how it looks. We think it's gorgeous. It's got the gunmetal grey handle. It's got this sort of grey textured canopy. leather handle. We think it looks good, it matches our aesthetic. It's very comfortable to carry because it's so lightweight, and I said this handle with the leather on it is really comfortable. It's easy to install on the base. Our son loves being in it. You put him in there and he could, especially if the engine's going, he could be undisturbed for hours, and he's really comfortable in there. And because it lies flat, he can sleep safely for longer. One other thing I wanted to mention is in the terms of like the adjustment as he gets bigger, this can go up to 13 kilos in weight for the baby. So it's got an inside padding for when he's smaller. The shoulder rest comes up and down quite easily, and then when he's too big for this inside one comes out, and there's a second layer of padding on the outside for when he's bigger. So 13 kilos, give or take 15 to 18 months old, and that's the same as the Cybex, so that wasn't a differentiating feature, but we're quite happy with how easy this is to use. Downsides, like I said, there's no swivel like the Cybex has, so that's a small downside in our opinion. The base itself, when we put it in the car, it can be a little fiddly to install, mainly because of the stabilising arm that goes down onto the floor. If you don't get that right, if you accidentally lift the car seat up while it's still attached, that leg can extend and then it locks in that position, which means the base is no longer flat against the chair, and that can cause it to break, it can cause it to be not correct. This clicker here for the straps, when the baby's in there, this can be quite hard to reach, so pulling it out can be it's easier to pull it out, but putting it in certainly can be quite hard. You have to get your fingers right underneath there, and when there's legs here, that's even more difficult to push this back in. Right? It's doable, but it's a little fiddly. It doesn't lie completely flat when, as in his legs are extended, but he's not completely horizontal when he's on the stroller in it. That could be an issue for you if you're bothered by it, but we found that it hasn't been a big issue for us. Putting it on and off the stroller, actually that can be quite tricky. You have to press these buttons here simultaneously with both hands and then lift up, and it doesn't come off super easy, so that takes a little bit of wiggling. Again, babies don't mind being wiggled, so it's not a big deal. This canopy, it's good, it goes up quite far. You need to really hold it at the base to make sure it gets extended at its maximum amount. And you know, it's pretty good, but things like the Cybex and some other products, they go even further. So if that's an issue for you, then fine. It also means if it's raining and he's outside, he's not completely covered, so his legs would get wet. That's a bit annoying. It has got a window at the back, so it's quite nice to see him through that. But overall, we're very happy with it. Even now, looking back, I don't think there is any other car seat we should have got instead. I don't regret this decision at all. I think it's brilliant. I'd recommend it to anybody. So I hope this has been useful to you. I hope that it helps you in your research. So yeah, all the best.